Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake. 'Cause I don't care at all. You've been out all night.
Alright, side project time. So I want to put this toolbox that I've had sitting in my garage with just spare tools in it. I want to put that on the tongue of the trailer so that way tools are always with the car, ready to rock. I got a key to lock it up. Rainwater ain't gonna get in. It'll get on it, but I ain't worried about that. It'll keep it out, you know. This is just all gonna be nice to have tools right there. So it's pretty big, but I think it'll fit. I think I can still get swing on this, and unfortunately I think I'm gonna have to put it front and center facing forward, so the trays ain't gonna have really a whole lot of range to pull out. If I stack it on the side, it gets pretty close to that. So yeah, if I set it on the side, I really like where it's at. I won't be able to make tight turns with the trailer anymore because your bumper's gonna be right here. That'll be right there. I like it because, you know, you have full access to everything. Don't entirely like this. I got my range of motion back for that, but a drawer ain't gonna come out but halfway. Alright, this is kind of what we got going on here. Got a bar that holds this side, obviously. Got this up right here, bar that holds that side, up right there, and a bar that comes across the back. So, that ought to be good for now. I don't think this thing's gonna jump out that high. Good morning, y'all. Alright, 7:30 in the morning. Y'all check this out. That right there, I ain't used to nothing like that. That is not normal for Florida, southeast Florida. We're on our way to Chuck's. We're gonna assemble his short block, get my radiator finished, and in a minute, well, for y'all it'll be like a second, we'll take a look at my handy dandy toolbox work, you know? Got something done there. I like the flags, dude. Yeah, dude, isn't that cool? Dude.
Sticky pin.
Better put this phone down before I get caught. Alright. Coolant temp's 154, 156. I don't even have the hoses all the way connected at one point because I was just filling the block. New radiator is in. Had to do a lot of modifications to the headlight bracket to get it to work. The hose pretty much goes right through the back of it. So a lot of custom work went in this. And this is a stock hose off of the motor that Chuck just got. He ain't gonna be using that, so it'll actually work out pretty good for me. My nitrous fitting here, I need to put it's leaking right there right now. Because I just have that like plugged in, I don't have it all the way in. Just to kind of get an idea of what kind of, how this thing's gonna react. temperature. Now that we have a way bigger radiator in there. I got it aimed down, and this fan's lower, so airstream's like right here. It'll still pick it up, but not near as bad. Let's go take a look at what the temp is now that I've been rambling for about a minute. Yeah, 173, 174. I think this is gonna be the ticket. It's probably never gonna go over 190. It might go to 200. I don't know. Maybe after a pass, but what's up? I know. That's that hose I never put back together all the way. Little dingle hoe in action. You know? Alright guys, I'll show y'all a cool little trick that I saw, I think, on a TikTok once, and actually worked really well. You know, it's kind of cool when you pick stuff up like that. Chuck, where'd I put them bolts at? Fancy ones. I don't want to make them again. Chuck, I paid top dollar for those. Alright there. Alright, so if you take your old head bolts and main bolts on the bottom end, take you an angle grinder and you just cut a slit there, nice deep slit, cut one there on both of them. You can chase out your threads, and what happens is it pushes the gunk and junk into that gouge, cleans out your threads. So you run it in and out with like some brake clean, and when you're done you blow out the hole, and that is how you clean out your threads. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. That's a good one, Chuck. Alright, this is a before and after with cleaning the piston. This is LA Awesome, sold at Dollar Tree. What's in it right now is mineral spirits. What's in there is LA Awesome. It breaks it up real good and it's real cheap. Still got to clean the top a little bit better. And this is before. So you let it soak a little bit and you start brushing. If you get one of these brushes right here, slap it on a drill, and while it's in there, you just brush it real good in all the crevices, gets it real good. And then when you get to the top, just get you some Scotch-Brite. Don't be afraid, Scotch-Brite ain't gonna hurt this. If you look at the machining on this, you see those swirls? Good luck Scotch-Briting those swirls into non-existence. It just ain't gonna happen. So don't be afraid to Scotch-Brite to get this stuff up. And in fact, the reason why Scotch-Brite has a hard time getting that up is because it's stuck in between those swirls. So the brush will come in handy better. Hold up, wait a minute. It's a chopper. Okay, it's not a chopper, but it is zip ties. And you're probably wondering, what the heck are all those zip ties doing on there? Well, Chuck had a moment of genius. I wanted to label these pistons so that we could stick them back in the same holes they came from. And Chuck's like, you know, let's just put one zip tie for piston number 1, you know, rod and piston number 1, 2 for 2, and 8 for piston number 8. So that's what we did. And the great thing is, no matter how much you mix them up, wash them, you know, marker washes off, these don't. So moment of genius for Chuck. Good little tip on that. All right, now onto the crank. We're gonna polish the crank. So this crank's already pretty mint. So that looks bad, but it's on camera, it's not really showing how it actually looks. This is actually really clean. I'm gonna start out with some 1000 grit. Just get some WD-40 or something, loop it around. I got this old pant leg here from some sweats. I'm making it like a shoestring basically, and just run it back and forth. Make sure it's wrapped all the way around so it's pulling it tight all the way around. I've seen some people just go around the back.
So do a little bit on that side. Rotate it around. A little bit on that side. Got a crank and stop Brian from talking.
Do one side and they're only like putting pressure here and here, from here to here. And then they go and pull from the other direction, sand it. It's just better to get an even evenly sanding this thing, and then we'll come back after we knock down any kind of highs with the 1000, and we'll use metal polish, and it's gonna look like a mirror. And then clean the crank, degrease it, clean it off, and oil it so we can bag it again, and it's good. Gotta clean out all the pores too. We got some brushes for all that. All right, so I cut a strip out. It's roughly the size of this, and the key is just so it doesn't hit other things. It'll go smoother. And I cut some strips, tied them together. Now what I'm gonna do, grab that around, get this unit, and go all the way around it one time. And you pull it tight, make sure that crank's secure, and you just work it like a seesaw.
Good for my house.
Yep. And then you come back with that metal polish. She's gonna be a mirror. Alright, so Chuck's gonna start cleaning the surfaces here. He's got a piece of glass, some 220 grit, I believe. Yep. And a Harbor Freight suction cup doodad. And anybody that says that ain't gonna work, got 30 pounds on the car right there holding just fine on an iron block, so or an aluminum block, it's definitely going to cut quicker. It's kind of like an idea before. Yeah, give them. Oh boy. I think the only trick here is just to make sure you're evenly scratching all the surface at once.
And check it off.
Yeah, and check it off, especially with aluminum. It'll get clean pretty quick. And you can kind of get an idea of what's high, what's low, and see how the centers are all lower and not as clean. All right, Chuck's gonna check back with you. I'm gonna finish that crank.
I remember this thing wobbling around a bunch.
Yes, love it.
You know where that's going, bud? Nowhere. Oh, maybe somewhere a little bit. But
Just a little bit, but
you know where
compared to what I've been doing the last 2 hours, this will do.
you look good flossing that thing, dude.
Yeah, dude.
All nice and deep black.
Oh, yeah. Alright, guys. A few little imperfections, but this mirrored up real nice. I only brought the 1000 grit with me. Any kind of ridges, it didn't really knock down, it just smoothed them out. So we're not really changing the size of anything here. Just smoothing everything out and then polishing it. What you got there? Oh yeah. Now, it's been a productive day, but we ran out of sandpaper, so we weren't able to complete decking the block. But what we did do was we got the radiator buttoned up and working great in scoots. We also wired in the window switches, so now we can control the windows to bring them up or bring them down. Now, I fully plan on mounting these somewhere nice, but there's a lot of things I gotta fully plan somewhere nice type stuff eventually I'll get to, you know, down the road. Good morning, guys. All right, so radiator seems to be doing its job good. Now we're gonna do a little streetcar type challenge. I got a car show that I was invited to. You know, I'm not entering any contests by any means, but I am gonna try and drive scoots from my house to this car show. And I'm gonna have the wife in the truck with some extra fuel, because I don't even know if we'll make it, especially if I do any kind of pulls, which, you know, I haven't felt a pull in a week or so. So yeah, I need to at least do one 10 or 15 miles. There may be less. It's probably 10 miles exactly, or probably less. But the point is, like, that thing chugs some fuel and it's only got a 2.5 gallon tank. So a little streetcar challenge. Let's see if we can do it. All right, guys, we made the 6.4 mile trip and only burned 3/4, maybe a little bit over of our tank. So not gonna do the math. It's a 2.5 gallon tank. We went 6.4 miles and almost burned the whole thing. It was really great to see a lot of friends and family there and all their hot rods and stuff. And man, it was just a good time. And they do this every year. And I'm so happy that now I got my own hot rod that I can pull up and join the fun in. Well, Bry still works. Alright, that's one heck of a way to end the weekend, fellas and gals. Alright guys, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one.